For those of you who have been coming back for class every single week, hi, good to see you again, and we're looking forward to continuing some of our training. If it's your first time joining in, we go through a lot of different karate techniques, karate kata, Kobudo, which is the weapons, and self-defense applications on our live lessons. If you're interested in learning the entire karate syllabus, please join us at our website, nkkf.org, or you can use our promo code NKKF promo 50 to save 50% off of your monthly membership. We also have a free Facebook group that you can join, National Karate Kobudo Federation, where we share lots of fun videos. You can ask questions about different martial arts styles, and everyone is welcome. Today we're going to be going over some beginning karate techniques and kata. The first kata we'll be learning is called Shiho Noho. We're going to go over the kata, what the moves do, how to do them, and then how to perform the kata. After today's lesson, if it's your first time, or if you're a veteran karateka and you're honing up on those skills, you'll be able to perfect this very simple kata and perform it well. This kata is an excellent way to practice the fundamentals of karate. By strengthening the building blocks, your techniques of karate, everything, whether it's your kumite self-defense or your kata, will then become better. So looking forward to today's lesson. Thank you for joining in, and I hope that you enjoy. Let's begin. Os. Shiho Noho. This kata means 4 directions. Okay, so what are these moves and what do they do? The first move is a low block. You'll start by taking your left arm, loading it by the ear, right hand out in front. Stepping into a front stance and swinging downwards, blocking down. Then the rear leg will lift the knee to about stomach height, and you'll throw a front snap kick, put it back in place. High punch with the rear hand, right hand, center punch with the front hand. One time from the rear, what this will look like, you'll load with your left hand, and you will block, kick, punch, punch. That's to the front. Now you'll turn to your left. When you move to your left, the left hand again will load. You'll block high, like a shield. Jodonuki, high block. Throw your kick, high punch, center punch. Then, using your right hand, you'll turn middle block. So as you hear, middle block. Now you're on the opposite side, so your right hand is blocking, which means your left foot will kick. Go kick, high punch, left hand, center punch, right hand. Both hands pull together. Turning towards the back, you'll throw an X block low. So you're gonna block low. Okay. Pull the hands in. Throw your left foot kick, wide U punch. So the front hand will punch like an uppercut to the body, long fist away from the body. The second hand will punch to the face. Pull them in together and turn them over. Same thing. This punch will go center, under the rib, this punch above it to the solar plexus. 1, 2. Same time. Okay. Let's do the kata from the rear. Okay, one side from the side, so you can kind of see how it's performed. If you've mastered this kata Shiho no Ho, and this is easy for you, I implore you to try it doing the kata with the opposite hand, doing it in reverse order. This will add a new challenge for you and unlock a new part of your brain. When you're in a dojo and you have mirrors, it's easy for us to do the kata facing the same direction. Challenge yourself to do it in a new location, facing a different way. Trying the kata with the opposite hand, and then turning the opposite direction. A simple challenge has been issued. Practicing Shiho no Ho with the left side and then the right side. You can take the training of even the most basic principles, the most basic techniques, and make them a daily challenge. What the moves are doing. Your low block. You want to keep the arms tight because you're protecting your center line. So, without twisting sideways, place one hand, the pull hand, on the center line. The next hand will cross that center line and load at the ear. The arm will slide down the wrist. And as this hand pulls in tight, this one will snap low. Okay. This arm is striking into the opponent's grab with a twisting motion. This hand is pulling in tight, pulling in, okay? So as your opponent grabs your wrist, you're twisting it over and pulling them in as you strike down onto their arm. So if someone grabs your arm, you twist it over, pull it in, which would bring them off balance as you strike down to the arm. So now, practice 1, 2, 3, and then using those steps, make it faster and faster and faster until it's a fluid motion. 1, 2, 3. Slow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Until it's so fast that it's one motion. Then your kick, you don't want your head level to move. So, using a camera, watch your belt level and your head level. And as you hear, lift your knee and throw your kick without leaning forward, without leaning backwards. Try to stay up and down, and stay in your balance in your same spot. So it should be nice and easy. You should be able to throw your kick easily without too much effort. The kick doesn't have to be very powerful. Karate was not designed to be used by big group people. It's a self-defense made for people of smaller stature, people of weaker demeanor, against bigger opponents. So your kick is quick, snappy, right? We're not meaning to inflict so much damage that the opponent can never walk again. It's to stop them from attacking. Do it peacefully. As you hear, relax. Don't tense up. Kick. And relax. Same thing with your punch. Tight. Let up. Okay? When you throw your karate punches, you don't have to use your shoulders. You don't have to tense your back. You don't have to twist hard, right? We're not throwing haymakers. Relax. Keep your posture good. From your loading position. Snap. 1, 2. Shoulders stay back. Then your next technique. All together. This first part, you'll load. Snap. Easy. 1, 2. Okay. Second section. High block. High block is an interesting technique because it has been confused by many. You're not lifting it like a shield. This only uses the shoulder muscle and the rotator cuff and can cause injury. It's also much slower. When you throw your high block, don't lift it like this. When you throw your high block, throw it like a punch. It comes out into a snap. Okay? You're going to be much stronger with the pushing muscle of the latissimus dorsi, of your shoulder, and of your core. Pushing the block. Think about pushing forward, right? Same thing as if someone were to throw a volleyball to you. When the volleyball is coming down, your reaction would be to reach up and push it away. What comes naturally works better. You wouldn't hit the volleyball with the back of your hand like this because it doesn't have the same strength. You would push it away. So mechanically, with the natural body motion, you instinctively want to push. So use that motion to push your punch up. Push it forward. It'll go much quicker and it will be much more effortless for you to perform the block and for it to be effective. So from here, which is loaded, you're just going to push the hand up. Should feel very motion, effortless. Then, same snappy kick, right foot, high punch, center punch, easy. Your next move will load underneath of this punching arm, and using the hips to turn, you should have your belt stay exactly on the same line. Then the block is performed. So from here, your block, you push up. Okay, so you'll pull, kind of like you're drawing a sword. Drawing a sword and then turning it over and stopping it against a wall here. If you need a guide of where to put your hand, the bottom of the fist will line up with the top of the shoulder. Not like this. Not like this. Bend your elbow until it's one fist from the bottom. Like a check mark. A triangle is the strongest geometric shape. Your middle block, when performed correctly, will make the shape of a triangle. There will also be a triangle here. Block. So now you're on the right side. You'll perform the same kick. Remember, watch your head level, this time with the left foot. And it just goes this high. You don't have to kick up here. High punch. Remember, don't turn your body. Keep your body straight. Feet. Okay. When you perform your punches, you perform them with a twisting snap. And then freeze. 1, 2. 1, 2. Chin, solar plexus. In martial arts, we hear talk of attacking the solar plexus. The solar plexus is a group of nerves that innervates the stomach and the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle that's located. Your stomach is actually capable of holding 2 liters of liquid. It's very large. Your lungs start right about a millimeter above the collarbone and extend to about here. Behind the lungs lays the stomach. The stomach can enlarge very large, and the muscle kind of right between the lungs and on top of the stomach is the diaphragm. If you put your hands directly underneath the breastbone, when you breathe, that muscle that helps your stomach expand and contract is your diaphragm. The same nerves that innervate the diaphragm innervate the stomach, innervate, it is called the solar plexus. A plexus is the Latin term for a cluster of nerves. It's like a mesh network of nerves that not only supply feeling and controls from the brain to that muscle, the diaphragm, but also to the stomach. That's why when you get hit hard in the solar plexus, or you're in a car accident, or you fall off your bike, and you take a big shock to that, you're actually stimulating the nerve so hard in so many of those nerves that it signals your brain to contract the muscle. When you contract that muscle, now you can't use it to expand the chest cavity and breathe and get air. This is the feeling of getting the wind knocked out of you. So when we do this twisting punch, not only are we providing impact against the diaphragm, but we're trying to stimulate with that twist the diaphragm muscle and stimulate the solar plexus group of nerves. Add some science to your martial arts. So the punch doesn't have to be done extremely hard. It has to be done with correct amount of force, but it needs to be accurate or precise. Most importantly, so if we're hitting into the chest bones or into the muscles, we're not going to get the same effect as if we go right down that center line and we go right to the correct spot. It's going to do a lot more damage than somebody who just hits really hard into your arm, right? Your precision, your accuracy is going to make your martial arts a lot more effective for your self-defense. So we throw our block, kick, punch, punch. Now the last portion as we turn to the rear is the X block. Now sure, an X block could be many different things, and that's the beauty of kata. Kata has something called bunkai, and bunkai is the interpretations of the moves, right? Now you got to remember, dating back before writing, everything was passed down with oral tradition from teacher to student, teacher to student. So we have things like X block that was passed down to be interpreted. So I can do a number of things. The simplest would be using two hands to block with the technique downward, like a kick. The second one would be somebody grabbing your wrist, you pushing it forward, and smashing your fingers. The third would be scooping a kick and punching knee. There's a lot of different ways that the techniques can be interpreted, and you can have some fun with this. What ways can you think of that the X block would be used? Okay, X block 360. Okay, then we throw the kick again. So from here, throw a kick, wide you punch, and then load you punch. So this wide you punch will load from the hips, punch one to the solar plexus, and the second to the chin. Then, as we turn it over, we could be blocking a hand out of the way and throwing a punch to the solar plexus. See how it could be blocking down. So one moving the hands out of the way, maybe they're trying to block. Move the hand down and throw a punch to the middle, or it could be going under the rib and solar plexus at the same time for a finishing shot to the kidney. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Otherwise, join us on our Facebook group, National Karate Kobudo Federation, and we'd love to see you there. I'd love to see your version of Shiho Noho, the kata that we've learned today. Until next time, sayonara. Oyasumi nasai. Bye bye. じゃあまたね。